Hello there. Alright, good evening on this Friday night, Friday the 13th. And it's funny, though, this airstrike on Syria is on Friday the 13th. I'm not sure what's Friday the 13th there, though, but either way. Yeah, it's not a good situation here, but it does seem like there is, of course I go into channeling, there's only so much can come through on channeling on some of this, at least from my perspective, because a lot of it's fragile connections that they're not going to go into, so basically just get a general message and that'll be it. But it does seem like that we had no other choice, at least in the government field of, there was always a choice, but it feels like we got pressured into doing it, even if we really shouldn't be there. Yes, there's negative reptilians there. There's also vortexes that were created there to cause more mayhem. It's not World War III, but there is a negative agenda, as you can see. But hopefully this will be over soon. It's hard to say, because it's all free will at this moment, but if you're not aware, yeah, Syria has been, US did some airstrikes just recently, today, I think a few hours ago, and so that's a serious situation. Yeah, there's always an alien agenda here, several of them, because they're running our society basically through the Illuminati energies. But as for finding a truth of it all is, or where we're heading, is hard to say. But we are still going through the ascension process, and those that are connected to the event. This is not the well, it is an event. Maybe not the one you're looking for. But it is a third dimension doing its clearing. It's doing its thing, basically. As you go into a higher vibration, these things are going to happen, unfortunately. But as for knowledge you come into our society, as for what is truly on, the truth coming through, you have to be very careful of what comes through, basically. For example, I remember hearing a story about, there was not to say channelers are going to go into that depth, but you know, I forgot somebody somewhere, I forgot his name, but he mentioned about alien aircrafts making an appearance over New York City or something like that. I think it was around the UN, and then on a certain date, and it happened, and then the guy disappeared right after that. Not to say that's going to happen here, but I'm just saying that, you know, they gotta be careful of what comes through. So, Trump is really heavily manipulated. Of course, there is a positive to it. It's not all negative, but right now, yeah, Congress is under manipulation too, as usual. It's funny. That's right. There's it's funny. Yeah, there's a image online I was going to put on the social network. I forgot about. You know, it's funny how the government is going after Facebook, and yet they use some Facebook surveillance on us. So it's kind of funny how they're doing it. It's kind of a, yeah. So as for that, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. They might regulate it 5 years from now, maybe. As for what I'll do is I'll connect to who I can. As for connections through Ashtar Command and Galactic Federation of Light, give you, and I was going to connect to MIB too, see what they have to say. Jeez. Well, it might be a smart aleck shit, but at least it'll be something. Well, I'll give you a different perspective. I give you that. What else is there? Can't think of anything. Yeah, mind block. So as for what's happening, yeah, this is kind of taking over my mind right at the moment. So But anything else on my mind is kind of gone. So this is the airstrikes. This happened like a few hours ago. I forgot what time. It doesn't really matter. It's unfortunate, but yeah, I'll bring somebody in to give another perspective for sure. Is there anything else? Yeah, once again, I can't think of anything. ZionTorah.com if you're still with us. We have private sessions throughout the week. This week's kind of, my free time because of work is not doing so hot. So the sooner the better. Google Hangouts, Zoom, and channeling by phone, Skype conversations all will be recorded. Also have the Jake comic hasn't been updated yet, and we have Oracle cards also. I haven't checked up on that in a while. Also have answering questions about 7 days. I'm about a week behind almost. I'm doing the best I can as for speed. Also have Spirit Social. I have my services here, and other Galactic, other channelers and healers here. Also much recommend. Also on Patreon, I did some updates today on it as for where the channel is going, or I forgot exactly what I was talking about. But also, if you want to join the webinar, this is one way to do that also. And we have social network here. I think we have it. Okay, we can't get in. Great. Something's making noise. I want to turn everything off. I think that's me. Oh well, not everything could work. No, come on, work. I guess that's nice. Oh well. I want that. Well, I had another browser open and it's going to cause some difficulties. Oh, here we go. I'm not sure if this is going to work though. Oh, here we go. I was thinking about chakra removal, which I think it brought up in the webinar, which is interesting. Yeah, I agree. Get rid of your chakras, get rid of your spirit guide chakras, and everything else you can think of. I think it's a good idea if you're going through a lot of troubles. As for how to go about it, I definitely recommend going to Abby for that because it's something new. I do healings also, and if you want me to get rid of your chakras, you can always contact me also. If you want me to fire guides too, you can always work on that one. I'm not sure how far I get with it, but you never know. There's also some interesting remote viewing and Blue Avians, so let's see. And this guy has a lot more views than I do, and I'm just doing the best I can here. We have the Jake comic also. That's going to be available soon. Where was I going to? Let's see. Oh yeah, that's right. We left off. This is Jake. Is going to, he's at the NSA secret lab, secret base, and she's going to shoot and blast him if he does anything weird. And Eddie Marvin shows up. This is a secret, government place, and a celebrity shows up with girls, and of course the girl is going to blast them. Is now madly in love with them. She had his baby a long time ago, and there's Herman. Herman and Eddie Marvin's the same thing, so he's just projecting himself, so it's funny. So he's looking for a job. He has the president of the world's credit card. I'm just gliding through this. I'll let you go through that. So basically Jake got to escape. Eddie Marvin's making his moves. And there's Jake in his flying car going to Area 51 unemployment office. There he's at the buffet. And Jake Part 2, if you remember, yeah, he's on TV entertaining kids. And now they're starting to recognize Jake, that he's the most wanted alien. And then they come after him to zap him. Now these are NYB pig people, basically. The guy sits on them and they just shock him. There is a resource officer at the Area 51, and she kind of blocks the laser blast. So there's Jake surviving, and so he's trying to look for a job. Of course, there's an MIB agent. Jake gets zapped again. She gets knocked out, and so here we are. So we have a politician cloning room, entertainer cloning room, and the enlightened ones. Notice how big that is. And they're just gabbing here. I'll just leave it with that. And now he gets pulled into that room that said the enlightened ones. Now he's on the ground, and so this is, now he meets the Illuminati basically. Now this is his girlfriend, Simone, and she's a little bit different there. So this is the Illuminati basically, and there's this guy has a head for a balloon. Well, it turns into a balloon basically. So basically we own your ass basically. So, and so he's going to be there for her and the end. So I figured I'd share that. So there's the Illuminati. So it's going to go into further course. You can find it at towerstudios.net or find it on ivantower.com if you want to see more into that. So if you're interested, so that's where we're heading, into the land of strange. So enough of that. Thank you for your support. Thank you for sharing all of this insanity. And we're about to go into a little bit further insanity in about 2 seconds. So alright, hopefully everything's working, and yeah, we're streaming on like 4 places. I'm trying to find one more. I'll have to find out later on. See if I can work on that tomorrow. Alright, how's the messages? So I don't know, I'm gonna try and connect to 3. We'll see. I'm not sure how long it's gonna be, but it should be alright. That's about it. Alright, much love. Here we go. Greetings to you. I'm Emmanuel with the Galactic Federation of Light. Blessings to your society. As for what's going on in your Syria situation, much we cannot intervene too much, but many reptilians have taken over Syria as for causing much of that chemical attack. As some of you are aware, there is rumors or talk of, yes, the UK was a bunch involved with it. At least through rumor mills. But yes, much of the reptilian vibrations are much involved with. As for acting, basically they're trying to open up vortexes so they can control. Basically trying to lower the Earth's vibration by bringing the America into war. As you can see, many of your humans already have the mindset of war and inevitability of it. But many of you are preventing that also, your positive vibrations. And yes, that much is helping with on this transition. There are going to be situations on your Earth where you're going to be in a place where you're not exactly wanting to be, and this is one of them. As you basically feeling the reptilian bite, as they're making attempts of lowering your Earth's vibration. And not necessarily there will be future ones, but we don't want to go that far, but realize this is just an attempt to take you into a darker direction, basically. Not to say this is going to last very long, because many of you have some Palladian forces and other beings with much of the Palladian vibrations as for assisting, as for removing this hostility or speeding it up as fast as you can, because realize there's much conspiracies going on, situation, agenda is going on, it's probably a better word for it, going on within your chemical attack situation. as it is quite complicated. As for who was causing it, we're not going to go into detail of that because that does not really matter. But yes, it was a inside job. We can say that it wasn't who said they said it was, not at all. But realize also that your Earth is going to a new vibration, and there's attempts to lower that vibration. And also realize attempts here are also there to awaken humans of what is going on also. So those who are looking for truth realize there are funny ways of as for the truth being found by humanity. Certain events like this are not always for the full intent of negativity, as there is positive along with it. And it is not always easy being seen as not being seen as cut and dry clear in front of you. I bet many of you are realizing that. As the true center of your Earth, the true agenda isn't always going to be clear. But what is clear that you are following your positivity as the ascension energies, and will continue to do so. Yes, there will be always a skirmish, always be a movement of negativity, but that is not always there to cause more negativity. Some of these situations are there to actually bring positivity, and some are going to have difficulties connecting with that. Because yes, some events have to happen for positivity to occur. So some need these type of events to see what's going on in the truth when they are ready. So it's not to say we're bringing this about as for causing more difficulties on your world, but some events just need to occur. There's many reasons behind it, and not everyone's ready to fully hear those reasons, as you can see. As for how your Earth is going to find its true self, is through a spiritual graduation to the higher dimensions. And in doing so, events like these don't have to occur, but they do, because some of your Earth consciousness is asking for it. Meaning to ask for what they are familiar with to take them into the new level of thinking. I know it's, once again, not the easiest of understanding of what this is about. But this is also your Earth going into a new direction, as it's going by what it is used to. In events like these, it is used to not wanting to be a part of it, but some do need these type of events to move up a level. And that's all we can say with that. It's not necessary to lower one's vibration. Many of your humans are already at that level. And this also brings up more hostility and more confusion. And yes, more of the same. But many of you on this planet are not all of the same, and see things, maybe not fully, but realize that there's another way of looking at things, and it'll be brought into your environment when the time is right. So what we say to you is just be patient as events on your Earth occur. Realize also your spirit world is very much involved with this, not just us. We are not alone here. The angels are with you. Light is with you. Positivity is with you as you're finding your true self. And some need events like this to find who they are. Not to say we want them to occur, but some in your world need them to occur to see your world for what it truly is. That's all we can say at this time. We send you blessings and love forever. Blessings to your society. This is Ashtar Command. This is Ashtar with Ashtar Command. Yes, realize, yes, many of your energies are going through a hostile energy at this moment. A hostile thinking. Worry, but also many prayers are being heard. Realize also, yes, your consciousness is dipping into new territories in some regard. For some, Realize also, in some cases, not all, some wars need to start for wars to end. Not to say this is a war at all, but some of these events have to occur for wars to end on your planet. As it's not quite used to peace yet, as you can see. It is still going through the old vibrations of its old ways, old timelines. And many of your humans are connected to the old timelines called history. And so they need these type of events to wake up the mind. Not to say these events are going to continue on your planet, not at all. But realize also, as an alien energy, we cannot interfere too much with your planet. We can bring assistance to it, yes, as for you not to destroy yourselves. But also, we have to let humans do what humans want to do here. And this is one of those processes. Realize, yes, many are here to awaken their souls to the true higher knowledge of your planet. But also, realize there will be a day when you will see alien ships in your skies of friendship. And also your governments acknowledging our existence. And that is where you are heading. As for when that will occur is up to you. Now, events like these do not have to occur on your planet, but that is for your world to find peace, and it will eventually. As for the speed of that is up to you. As we are here for all of you. We're not here to judge you or to interfere with you either. We're here to bring guidance of peace, but it is up to you to connect to that peaceful. And as many do here, but we realize many want to have peace, but yet they have hostility in their family environment, in their home environment, hostility with their friends, hostility with each other. Those are not even your friends. So there are still hostile energies on your planet that does cause these wars to occur, even when you're not looking for it. So does negativity in just your daily life, in your regular normal life, cause hostility around your world? Yes, it does. It does cause hostility in your Syria also. Seeing how your world is at a low vibration at this time, it will accept a skirmish like this, an event like this. Not everyone will, but some will. As you just said, this is normal, correct? This is World War III, as some are putting the vibration, because they're so used to that old way of looking at things. So realize also, it is what's going on in your not to say we are pointing at anyone in particular, but realize the low vibrations of your earth are still occurring, which causes occurrences such as this event. As humanity allows to let go of their negativity, as many are, as more will do so, these events will become of the past. You look in the history books and say, I don't know how we survived that, but I'm glad we did. As yes, the mundane things of life, I don't want to use that word, but the mundane things of life that cause difficulty, especially on your roads and other places of just negativity, even those of you who are not trusting each other, trusting channelings, whatever it might be. As that negativity is flowing out, and it goes into your environment, and it does go into your Syrian environments. Trust me, it does. We see it all. So the idea is for the consciousness to find its peaceful energies, as it will do so. So these events happening in your Syria is just a small, yes, important, it is, but still very small compared to what it could be. As many of you are putting a stop to it, as you can feel probably. And that's excellent. And you can also put an end to these wars on your planet also. Yes, through your hearts, through your positive vibration. Not just through your heart, but just through your essence of you. And it's not just to stop wars in your oceans, but wars at home, with neighbors, on the streets, etc. Your Chicago, for example, and other places. Realize a skirmish in, yes, your neighborhood that's not the safest is sending a low vibration throughout your planet. So, what is secure to all this? A peace within the soul. And these things will take time, of course. We are with you. We are guiding you. But it's up to you to make those choices. And we believe many of you will connect to that vibration. Just The neighborhoods that you feel not safe with, send your heart and positivity to them, that they will find peace within their soul. If not now, when they are ready. But at least you send them love, as this world needs it so much at this time. As we are here just to guide you, not tell you what to do. We're here just to, we are there for you. No matter what decision you make, we are there for you. Always. This is Ashtar, sending our love to you. Greetings to you, this is Agent N, this is Men in Black. We're blessings to your society. I just want to give you all a big hug at this moment. I am here with your Galactic update. If you don't care, that's fine. But I'm here to give it to you anyway. As your society, yes, goes into its more high vibration, your Hillary Clinton is still having difficulties accepting her loss at this time. And yes, she is causing a lot of difficulties with your FBI at this time, as we're pushing them into more of a corruption state. As for basically pushing it into the direction it's going in at this time. As for basically, many of your Democrats that lost the election are doing everything they can to sabotage this current administration. So there's, yes, a kind of a days of our lives going on within your government at this time. Yes, it is not funny, it is not pleasant, it is, well, it is a... What is going on at this time is that your Trump is just making not exactly the best decisions at this moment, but doing the best he can. As yes, he's actually clearing out a lot of corruption that are not hitting your not going into your headlines. And that's causing a lot of alien beings that don't like him too much, kind of some difficulties there. And some of you may be able to connect this to child trafficking and other energies, yes. But a lot of it has not hit the headlines, it's not intended to. It is a great positivity, actually, that will not, most likely not be written down in history either. But yes, reason for your Syria is basically reptilians did not want us to leave. They just want to cause... They want to piss you off as much as they can. Because they're pissed off, so they want you pissed off. So basically they know how humanity acts, they know how irrational how humanity is, so they're going to push the buttons any chance they get, and that's one of them. As they will continue to do so. As for, yes, they want Iraq for themselves, and they're not getting it for themselves. There's a lot of positive aliens there, removing them, and so they're kind of pissed. Because they're losing their grip on this world. The television show called Third Dimension is coming to an end. It is going into reruns, and soon it will be canceled. And that really pisses them off. Realize the reruns are going on. As you can see, many are connected to history and shoving it up their ass, but that's fine. But realize many of you are rewriting the new timelines. Basically, you are, yes, bringing in a new Earth. And many beings here that are not the most pleasant are going to continue to cause difficulties for those that are easy to sway, and there's many of them here. As you connect more to your galactic ability, now realize many of you are connected to your galactic selves, don't have a problem. You will bypass any type of mental crap that's coming into your world, basically, for the most part. As for what to believe, that's one thing, that's fine. But what matters is what's going on in your society. As for basically this nonsense of war, most likely won't happen. But many of you humans are going to get scared and get their bomb shelters and all this nonsense. And that's what reptilians know, they're going to do that. So of course they're going to entertain everything. They're going to push the buttons of third dimension until they wake up. Basically they're going to play them like a little toy until they just start to realize like this is all a bunch of bullshit. That's basically it. So many of you are going to continue to awaken and become stronger and be seen, yes, as a bunch of nut jobs, and there's nothing wrong with that, because you're not going insane like everyone else is. Basically, way reptilians look at humanity, not those of you who are awake, and of course they do like you. Well, either way, those are the third dimension. Realize, those of you that are awakened more to the fourth dimension are more difficult to deal with. This way. Let's put it that way. Those in the third dimension are easy prey. They're easy as putting butter on freaking toast. As they are, yeah, think about it. You got this war. Oh no, the end of the world's coming. Are you kidding me? Well, they're part of the old third dimensional thinking. Of course they're going to connect to that vibration. So they're grabbing history and they're trying to rewrite it and live it because they want to be part of some kind of, who knows, who cares. But what matters most is that those of you who are waking more to yourselves, are not being afraid to connect further to your alien self, your fourth dimension, fifth dimension, on and on and on. There's nothing wrong with any of that. Those in the third dimension are going to have a lot of difficulties thinking straight, because if you're going to be mad and scared all the time, you're going to be screwed with by these not so friendly beings here. As they're basically just going to nut and push you around until you wake up. So that's the way it is. So what's going to occur in your future is up to you. Once again, your Hillary Clinton's really pissed off. I think she's going to, yes, go to her grave just hating everybody. Not necessarily herself. She sees herself as a freaking golden girl. She'll never do anything wrong, but as the rest of the world, you know, according to her mind, they can all fuck off, basically. At least for those that are not supporting her, either way, she's a goddess, and she's going to be remembered by history as a freaking... In some way, I think she wants to be recognized as a modern-day ISIS. I can see that, yes. She's actually, well, either way. What your world is going into is, yes, a new transition. A new way of thinking. A new way, just a galactic planet you are connected to. You're easing into this as you connect more to the galactic way of thinking, basically. The alien thinking way. Instead of your third dimensional thinking, you're going to more of a fourth dimensional thinking. Many of you are already on that road, but more of you are going to connect to it. As basically the third dimension is going to basically run around, and do the same old thing until they eventually say, you know what, we're just chasing our tails, aren't we? Yes, you are. But we love you anyway. Smile for the picture. So, where society goes, up to you. For those of you that are awakening more and more and more, yes, there's always going to be tests. There's going to be beings that are going to just poke you every once in a while and just try to lower your vibration. But for the most part, many of you are you're basically, yes, self-love is you're connected to. It's not the easiest thing to connect to, but many of you, as you connect more to your self-love, more you activate yourself. It's that simple. Peace out. This is Agent N. Love you all. Oh, alright. Well, that was helpful. Take care, everyone. Have a great night. Cat. Talk to you tomorrow.